How's it going, YouTube? Just wanted to talk to you real quick about subwoofer option that I'm putting in my 98 S10 Single Cab we've got here. I apologize for any glare that may be coming off. We got the afternoon light coming in the garage here. Anyways, just wanted to show you the box that I built and what speaker I'm going to run in it. This is a JL Audio 10W3 D4. So in this truck previously, I did have a JL Audio 10W3 right behind the driver's seat. However, if you put the seat almost all the way back, you had to have it about an inch or two forward. This part of the speaker here would start to rub the back of the seat, right? So that's not good. So I wanted to get a speaker that would actually fit fully behind that seat so I could have the seat all the way back and not have the speaker touch the seat. Now, if you own one of these trucks, you know that there's not a lot of room behind that driver's seat without the extended cab. So that's where this speaker comes in. This speaker is much less deep than the other speaker. I think the other speaker needs like 6.5 or 7.5 inches behind it. This one only needs like 3.25 or something like that. I don't remember the exact dimensions, but you can see this is a pretty shallow speaker. And it actually fits right in the speaker box, like just barely. I use like a paper template to figure it out. And as you can see, it just barely pops in there, which is perfect. Because that means I can get a pretty small dimensioned box. You can see this is actually pretty slim here. And I'll post the measurements of the calculations that I did. This thing needs like 0.51 cubic feet airspace or something like that requirements. So if I remember correctly, this is like 22 inches here. This is like 1.5 inches inside diameter, and this is like a 5.5 inch inside dimension. And I used 3/4 inch plywood to build out the box. So that, actually let me grab the paper template. So this is actually the paper template that I went off of. So yeah, 5.5 on the bottom side, 1.25 on the top, and 10.5. These are all internal dimensions. And I got a box, came out like this. If you use 1/2 inch wood, you could probably make it a little thinner. I did actually use 1/2 inch wood on the back, just on the back side. The rest of it's 3/4. And the only reason why I did that is because I didn't have a 3/4 piece long enough. Because what I wanted was, if you see down here, I wanted to have somewhere to mount the amp. So actually, I don't know if you see that. There we go. I wanted somewhere to mount the amp, and I wasn't able to do that with the 3/4 wood that I had just laying around. I just used wood that I had laying around. So I'm gonna throw this in the back of the truck and let you see what it looks like, see how much clearance is there. So excuse all the garbage I have laying in the back. I probably should clean this up for the video, but you know, I didn't, so here we go. So this is what I've got. I'm gonna have to try to find kind of a small amp to mount over there, obviously. And actually, if I push this over, well, no, because the plastic's in the way. I was gonna say if I push this over a little more, I got a little gap there, you can see. But the plastic's actually in the way. But the seat clearance is what I was most concerned about. So I'm gonna push the seat all the way back, show you what we've got. So we've got the seat touching the back window. That's all the way back, full back position. You can actually see where it's mushing down the back of the seat because it's touching the window. Let's see how much room we actually have back here. And I apologize for the poor lighting and everything. I'm going to shine a flashlight back there to try to illuminate what's happening. But I think you can see that we are not touching. It's really close. I don't know how close it actually is. I would try to stick my finger back there, but I'm holding the camera one hand and the flashlight with the other hand. I don't know if I can hold the flashlight and the camera with one hand and stick the other hand back there. But there is probably, I would say, at least about an inch of room. Again, it's hard to see exactly, but we do have clearance, and that's the important thing, is that the speaker is not touching the seat. So that's my solution. So I can have a little bump in here. And I know you might be saying, oh, look at that truck, it's ugly, needs paint, dash is all cracked up. I'm also missing the dash bezel, and I don't have my AC working yet from the V8 swap. However, I gotta have my music either way. So that was my solution for that. We're going to get that hooked up. Thank you very much for watching YouTube. I hope that helps you out. And make sure you check out my channel. Thank you.